All right, here's number eight problem. So this has a cable tension chart. So whenever you're doing your flight rigging or your flight control rigging, for like a small general aviation type aircraft, a lot of times they're actually just cable driven, right? So what I'm talking about is your ailerons, your elevators, your flap. Not your flaps as much, but it could be your flaps or your rudder. So the idea is they have cables in them, right? And to tighten or to increase the tension or to decrease the tension, you would use the turnbuckle, right? So the turnbuckle is what tightens or loosens a cable's tension. So that being said, what do we need to know to properly to know the what the tension should be? We're going to need to know, one is the cable, like the actual cable size that we have. So, and the other would be the temperature, right? So as temperature increases, most things will expand. As temperature decreases, metals, particularly here, will contract. So we need to make sure that we have the right tension. So if we're going to go out to our aircraft and make sure that the tension had the proper load on it or the proper tension, we'd put a tensiometer on it and we'd read the tension directly off the tensiometer. But we would need to then reference something like this chart here. So we would need the ambient temperature and the type of cable, and then we could determine if that tension was proper for that particular cable. All right, so that is what this chart is all about. So it's pretty easy to read. It's one of the easier charts to read. So the first thing it says, determine the proper tension for an 1/8 inch cable, 7 by 19, if the temperature is 80 degrees Fahrenheit. So this is going to be extra flexible cable. It's going to be normally made out of stainless steel. When they say 7 by 19, that means there's going to be 7 bundles, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bundles, and within each of these bundles is going to be 19 cables. That's what the 7 by 19 means. All right, perfect. So let's just go in here, and so we have 80 degrees and 1/8 inch cable. So here's our 1/8 inch. It's the third line up. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. So we'll be on this line here. After that, all we need is the temperature. So it's going to say 80 degrees. We go up till we made the intersection. Once we have that intersection, we just go straight across over here. And this is telling me that it should be between 60, 70, 80, right? So this should be 70 pounds of tension in that cable, right? So if we went out to that cable on the aircraft and we put the tensiometer on it and said 65, we would need to take the safety wire off the turnbuckle, tighten the turnbuckle, and then re-safety it.